So, the Steam Deck's here, apparently. It was officially released on the 25th of February, but so far only a handful of people have actually got hold of one, and most of those appear to be high-profile YouTubers and reviewers. And the rest of us are sitting waiting. And that's not a surprise to me, because I actually said when the Steam Deck was first announced that I didn't expect to see it last year, because it was originally supposed to come out at the end of last year. And I thought that we wouldn't be seeing it for some time. And this is actually what I said at the time. Let's just go to that. So much so that I immediately went in and tried to pre-order it. And as you can see here, I finally did manage to pre-order the 512GB NVMe SSD version. Unfortunately, as you can probably see here, it's not arriving until Q2 2022. And that's the first problem for me. Will we actually see this one by the end of the year? How many people will actually have it in their hands? I actually said on my Discord that I thought we wouldn't be seeing it until next year, and that the only people who are really going to have this in their hands this year are going to be reviewers and a few high-profile YouTubers. And there you have it. That's what I said last year. And it's actually worse than I said, because we never saw it at all at the end of last year. And it was actually put back until the 25th of February. But most of us, as I say, still haven't seen it. And I actually put a tweet up on the 1st of March. And I said this: anyone else's Steam Deck order slipped from Q2 2022 to after Q2 2022. And I say after Q2 is pretty vague. And I say that 2025 is after Q22, but I'm not sure I want to wait that long. And, I'd seen at that point that my order had seemingly slipped from on Q2 2022 to after Q2 2022. But it's actually got worse, because if we go into my order now, we can see that your expected order availability is Q3 2022. And some people are actually being told after Q3 2022. And given that, as I said here, mine slipped from Q2 2022, is a bit of a mouthful, to after Q2 2022, I wouldn't at all be surprised if it slips from Q3 2022 to after Q3 2022. The fact of the matter is that the whole setup with the Steam Deck that was supposed to mean that we would get it when we were told we were getting it hasn't really worked. The whole thing has been a bit of a shit show from day one. I mean, on my first video, I actually talked about the problems I had ordering it, and I actually gave up for a brief period, and then I kept coming back in, every 20 minutes or so trying to order it. And I actually did order it, I think within a couple of hours of it going live. And even then, even though I managed to do that, I'm still now looking at Q3 2022. And as I say, I wouldn't be at all surprised if it slips even further. So it's been a bit of a debacle. And look, I understand that we've had a pandemic, and let's be honest, we're still in the middle of a pandemic, even though some people are trying to tell us we're not. And now we've got the war with Russia and Ukraine, and Putin trying to kill Ukrainian civilians. So that's probably going to have a knock-on effect on these things as well, because some of the raw materials come from Russia and Ukraine. Ukraine, not the Ukraine. So, these things are going to get worse, and we're probably going to see slippage on various products. So, yeah, Q3 2022, do I expect to see it then? Not sure that I do. I'm a bit annoyed that it said Q2, and then it slipped to after Q2, and then it slipped to Q3, and who knows what's going to come next. But the problem is it has actually been released now. It's out. And the issue we had with scalping with the PlayStation and the Xbox wasn't such a big problem with the Steam Deck, because obviously the Steam Deck, you could only buy it through Steam or Valve, and you had to put your reservation down. And that prevented people buying up, lots of Steam Decks en masse and then selling them on. However, now it's been released, we are starting to see scalpers, and you can see here. Now, it's not going to be on the same industrial scale that we saw with the Xbox and the PlayStation 5. Nevertheless, we are seeing it, and you can see here we've got one going for 820, 10 bids so far, 30 bids on this one, 720 for a 64 gig model. These are both 64 gig models. 512 gig model, 900. Someone wants 900 for it. Again, it's 11 bids, so that's probably going to go up even higher. It's 5 days left on that one, so God knows what that's going to finally reach. We've got one here, confirmed reservation pre-sale. This person hasn't even got it in hand, and I think that might be against eBay's terms and conditions. So that one might get taken down with a bit of luck. There's 8 hours left on that. It's had 24 bids, 104 quid so far. So, yeah, who knows what's going to happen with that one. But this one, 0 bids, 6 days. Again, purchase awaiting delivery. This one, confirmed purchase, not a pre-order. So this one's actually in hand or on its way by the look of it. But they want 1,200 for it. This one, confirmed reservation pre-sale, 589. This one here, the 512 gig one, pre-ordered on opening day. So this is still a pre-order. It's not in hand. They want 1,000 for that. They don't know when they're getting it any more than I do. And then 512 gig version, sealed in hand, ready to ship. So this one's actually bought it. This person's actually bought it and they got it. And they want 1,500 for it, and there's 4 days left. And this is quite heartening to see. No one's bid on that one, so good. But this one here, in hand, ready to ship, 1,520, 6 bids, 5 days left. How much is that one going to go for? And look, I can keep going down. There's loads of them. So the scalpers are out now, selling off the Steam Deck. And for a lot of people, this is probably the only way they're going to get one anytime soon. Certainly this year. Anyone who hasn't already got a pre-order in isn't getting one this year. Let's put it that way. And who knows, for people like me, with mine having gone back from Q2 to after Q2 to Q3, and who knows what's coming down the line, maybe I won't see mine this year. And maybe you won't see yours this year. So yeah, it's a bit of a shit show. I understand there are issues to get over, but maybe Valve should have just held off on this one until he had a bit more stock ready to ship, because as it stands, we're hearing about the Steam Deck, we're watching videos on the Steam Deck, but it might as well be a unicorn at this stage for most of us, because we haven't got hands on. And I'd love to make videos about it. I'd love to put a bigger hard drive in there, NVMe drive in there. I'd love to try all that stuff, make videos about some of those things. I'm not probably going to put Windows on it. That's not my area. I'm not going to be fiddling around with that. But there are things I'd like to do with it and things I'd like to talk about it, emulation, that kind of thing. And I can't do it. And, more importantly, I just can't have it in hand and enjoy the product. And it's first world problems. Who gives a who gives a shit really in the grand scheme of things when people are dying in Ukraine? Nevertheless, this is an ongoing issue with these products when they come out, that you can't get hold of them, and then you get this. It's ridiculous. And like I say, it's not on the same industrial scale that we saw with the Xbox and the PlayStation, and Steam have done, or Valve have done a fair job there. Nevertheless, it's a trickle. There's not many of these coming out. I'd like to see the numbers. I mean, we probably won't. I'd love to see the numbers of how many people have actually got hold of these. I doubt it's very many. And I doubt it will be very many until at least the end of this year, and probably well into next year. So yeah, it's a bit of a shit show. And, scalpers are the only ones who are winning out here again. But anyway, look, what do you think? Have you got a Steam Deck? Are you, pre-ordering one? Have you pre-ordered one, I should say? Are you looking forward to it? I'm certainly looking forward to it. I'm not going to be cancelling my pre-order. This one's going to stay there. Even if it goes to 2024, it'll still stay on, because I am looking forward to it, unless someone comes out with a better product in the meantime. And that could happen if it keeps getting put back. But for now, I'm holding on to my order, and I intend to keep my order because it does look like a fantastic piece of kit. But as ever, these companies have messed up pre-orders and messed up the shipping. And it's a shit show again. But as I say, let me know what you think about it in the comments. Let me know if you've ordered one. Let me know if you've got one in hand. If you have, I'd be, great to hear from you. But in the meantime, I'm going to go and get myself a cup of tea, and I'll speak to you in the next one. Bye.